Welcome in, everyone. It's time to talk a little baseball. The season's right around the corner. We got UWF head coach Mike Jeffcoat joining us now. Coach, good to see you as always.
You too.
You guys are coming off a really nice season last year. You win at the regionals, get to the super regionals, did a lot of nice things, and congratulations on that. But it's a new year, and it all starts fresh. What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to a lot of new players. We have 19 new players this year and 15 returners, but that's always can be a great thing because you can start fresh again. Even though we have a lot of returners, you can kind of reestablish some standards and things and maybe even implement some new stuff. So we're real excited about this team.
This is season 21 for you. It flies by, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How do you kind of keep the energy every year rolling into it? Especially, as you mentioned, it's kind of a new world with the way the recruiting portal is working and just all the new players you got to have.
Yeah, I think that's part of it that challenges you with the new way that recruiting's going on, and trying to really sell your program and sell the university to get guys here because the parity's spreading pretty quick, and it's always been good in baseball in the GSC and Division II, but all that's trickling everywhere with the NIL, and I think it just makes you fresher and want to come out and try to meet those challenges each year. And you got a lot of new guys that have never been through it, and I just feel like if we don't give them our best, then we're cheating them a little bit, and they're expecting some great things from our program that's had a lot of success and I think earned some respect, and I want to make sure they gain that valuable experience as well and maybe be a part of the history of the growing of the program.
Even with all the new players, they're picked, the Argos are picked to win the conference by the other conference coaches in the GSC preseason poll. It's pressure, but I know you like the pressure.
Yeah, it's good. I always really liked being the underdog, and that's a lot easier than being on top. Everybody will tell you, it's easier getting to the top than staying on top. Preseason's great. It gives our team some, great positive momentum going in, but then again, it can put a bullseye on your back as always. But, again, if we try to play to our standard, we're trying to win ball games, it's a whole new season to prove something. So.
You got some guys coming back, a lot of new faces. We'll talk about that in a second, but you got Alex, Zack, and Colton who are all picked GSC preseason. So that's an outfielder, an infielder, and a pitcher. That's not bad, but you have to lean on those guys with the experience that have been in the program.
We have, and those guys have done a great job, and even the new guys that are older, you're getting transfers nowadays that are maybe, fifth-year seniors and so forth, and, they have some maturity to them, and they understand, and once you kind of lay it out there for them and tell them, look, just because you knew, you still need some leadership. But those three guys had the experience in the playing last year and understand the league, but we're going to probably have 6-7 guys in the lineup too that hadn't been there.
You've got some new faces that you mentioned. One of those, a catcher who's coming in from Harvard. Does he automatically slot into smartest guy on the team?
Yeah, well, I think he's very good at math. So I don't think anybody's going to touch him on that part. But William Lybrook is who you're talking about. Graduated from Harvard. He's a grad transfer. He didn't have any more eligibility in Division I, but he had another year of eligibility in Division II. He's got a great athleticism, 6'3". He's got some juice. Very soft receiver. Can throw well. I think he's a pro prospect, and I think he plugs in great, for what we needed, somebody ready. We still have some younger catchers coming up that I think they're going to be a big piece to us as well, but we're excited for the Harvard guy.
Yeah, Greg Pede and Christian Pencek coming in as well. Greg comes over from South Alabama, and then a pitcher, and Christian, coming in from Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah, Greg, was at South Alabama, but he also was at Polk Community College that we've had a lot of players from in the last few years and know that coach well, and he gave us a great recommendation. And even though he didn't play all the time at South, you kind of get pushed out a little bit sometimes with the depth, but Greg's going to play second, can play the middle, going to hit the middle of our order. He's had a great fall and great preseason so far. Real excited about him. Christian Pencek, again, a transfer from Lincoln Memorial, which is another D2, but he had a little bit of an injury last year, but was an All-American the year before. He's got great stuff, great height on the mound, great tilt on his fastball, and we're looking for big things from him too.
Well, let's take a chance and talk to some of the players.
We just got really a fun team. Everyone's a good time. Everyone gets out here and grinds, and everyone's fun. I say we got more power than last year. Guys just have probably a more mature approach, better approach. Not getting lazy in anything and just going at it. Just a lot of toughness, mental toughness. Going on the road. Hopefully we can host a regional or even a super this year, and if we don't, we got to go out on the road and act like it's our home field and just be tough. Yeah, it's great. We got a new sound system, got new lights, got a new locker room, so it's fun to be in there with the guys and stuff.
I transferred in last year. I had the portal this past summer, so this is my first year at UWF. I spent 3 years at another school, and I'm glad to end up here. I loved it. The community here is awesome. Pencek is awesome. My teammates were a family, and I'm just really blessed to be here. Well, I think we got a really tight-knit group. I know we got a lot of newcomers, a lot of transfers that came in, but I think we've mended really well. And we're going to come in, we're going to pound the zone, we're going to do our job. I know our offense is going to back us up, and we're going to back up the offense, and hopefully we're going to win some games. We got the flashing lights now. If we hit a home run, it's really cool. We have a nice locker room. Just look around, I think we have one of the nicest fields in Division II. We're really lucky to be out here and super excited to play and win some games over here. A lot of teams around the country, you kind of want to win conference, you want to win that regular season, and we want to do that, but the fun thing about playing here is that the goal is a national championship, and that's what we want. We want to make it to Cary and win it all at the end of the year.
Well, Coach, you guys get going pretty quick. In baseball, they call you guys the boys of summer, but you start in January, so it's right around the corner, and you get a home series to start things off.
Yeah, thankfully get to be at home, and they normally allow us to open February 1st, but since February 1st falls on a Sunday, we're allowed to open January 30th. But we're looking for hopefully have a big crowd support. Florida Southern's always a great opponent. They're always a great gauge on where you are, and hopefully it serves as great motivation for our guys through the preparation part. But we're excited to be at home, and we've got another great challenging schedule.
Then it's Rollins on the road, and then you don't get much of a pre-conference schedule. You play 2 series, and then you're right at it with Montevallo like early in February. I mean, that conference season, it's going to be a grind. You guys, as mentioned, are picked to finish first. Who else do you look to in the conference to be a competition?
Well, as you said, it is tough only getting 2 weekends before conference, because right now we're playing 33 conference games, I believe, and that kind of gets you going early. And you try to get a midweek in there too. But I think you're going to have the usual suspects that are going to be good. But the unknown is there was only 5 returning all GSC players in the league off all the teams. So that means that a lot of people had a lot of turnover, which seems to be kind of the norm nowadays. So there's a lot of unknowns with these teams, just like we have a lot of unknowns. And you got to go out there and play it on the field.
Tell everybody the goal. I mean, you guys set the standard high. This is a team and a coach that won a national championship a little while ago, and I know that's the mountain you want to climb again. I
would love to do that again. Obviously we've been to the World Series one time, and we're fortunate to win it. We got to go through a very tough region. Tampa has been the gold standard, obviously, won the last 2 national championships, and they beat us in the Super Regional this past year. We don't want to put the cart before the horse, but, we'd like an opportunity to get back in that situation again, and that's always our goal. So, I remind our guys all the time, you have to have a why when you come out to the yard every day. And, some days are great, some days aren't. But if you can get that mental state on why you're there, normally you can get your motivation and juices flowing to think about what you're facing down the road and why you're going through this work right now.
As Coach mentioned, January 30th, it'll be Florida Southern coming in to the Spoon out there, and we'll get it rolling, and we'll go from there. Don't forget, goargos.com. You can check in, see the schedule, latest news and notes, and get to know the roster, just like coaches having to do. We're all going to have to do that as well with 19 new players. Good luck to you guys the rest of the way. That'll wrap it up on our baseball season preview, and as always, go Argos.
Go Argos.